Hey, what's good? This is Ali Hoodstar 365, and this is Respect the Gainer Podcast, episode 217. And in today's podcast, topic of discussion is why has the world turned on America? Why has the world turned on America? Well, let's see. In 1943, the United States of America's money, cash, became the number one dollar in the world. We became the world's top GDP. Our money was circulating throughout the world. Any country that did business with us, whether it was imports or exports, agreed to do so by using our money. But now, all these years later, decades later, now a lot of the countries and continents and leaders have said, that's it, enough's enough. We want to use our own money, or we want to do business with other countries, because we're tired of the United States dominating the world and policing the world and trying to tell the world how things should be done in their country. So now people, countries have built themselves up with technology, their military, and their wealth. And now in the United States, I live in the United States, so I'm very concerned. I don't live over there, I live here. About our money crashing. The dollar crash is going to create chaos in this country. Now, I know that this is not just happening just because. If you keep feeding the beast, and you keep dancing with the devil, then this is what God does. He blesses you, he gives it to you, and then he takes it from you. You cannot go around the world being evil and then expect the good to come from it. It's like doing home invasions and taking the valuables out of people's houses and then going outside and wearing it and showcasing it and bragging about it, saying that it's yours, that you took it. It's extortion, right? So the world's fed up. Russia's fed up. China's fed up. North Korea's fed up. Africa's fed up. A lot of other countries, they're all uniting together to use the Chinese money and Russia's money to conduct business. They're saying they don't need us anymore. So, I pray that God just, places his mercy on all of mankind and soften our leaders' hearts, that they will all just sit down and conduct business as gentlemen to bring peace and harmony to the world, because the world is at chaos right now. We just had another school shooting in Tennessee where a young lady who identified herself as a man, a trans, went into a Christian, private school, Catholic school, and shot the school up, killed 3 adults and 3 children, innocent children, 9-year-olds. It sickens me, breaks my heart. I know that is so sad what their parents are going through today, right now, because I know they just probably had the funeral, or the funeral's coming up this week. And still nothing is being done concerning gun laws in this country. More and more children are being killed every day. Teenagers are being killed. Youth are being killed. Kids are being innocent bystanders. Now they got these weapons that have switches on them, so they turn them to automatic weapons and assault rifles and AR-15s and AK-47s and all kind of shit, bro. And then they're pushing this agenda with the trans community and teaching it to elementary schools and telling kids that they could become a boy or girl whenever they want to, even as a little child. And starting to give the little kids, that's evil, man. That's the work of the devil. And it's spreading like wildfire. It's in Canada. They're having trans assemblies at elementary schools. And in California, too, I've seen it thus far. And in San Francisco. I don't know where else. But I know they better not bring that shit to my daughter's school, to my kids' school, because I'll pull my kids out of school. I'll do homeschooling before I let my child be fed that poison. That's poison. You gotta protect your children. I don't know what happened, but turn that made the society throw away God and faith, and now they're all, this country is pushing the agenda of just evilness, violence, gun violence, drug abuse, sex trafficking, and now homosexuality is in the forefront. What happened to this country that said that was built when the colonizers, whatever, Columbus and everybody who came over here and created this, right? They came faith-based. When they brought the slaves here, or the slaves were already here, and they said, listen, you can't read the Quran anymore. You can't offer salat anymore. You have to read this book and worship this Jesus, this white man right here in this picture. See, that's God. What happened to all that? Why did that go out the window? When you can't pray in school anymore, pray before sporting events. I don't know what happened, man. What made the world decide to do that? Well, not the world, the United States. What happened in the United States that they decided that they wanted to take God out of the equation and put the devil in as a substitute? Now you got all of young teens running around with ski masks on. Everywhere I go, I'll see one or two, and it's broad daylight. It's not cold. Virus is over, and they got a complete ski mask over them because that's what they see on social media, and that's what they see on YouTube and TikTok and Instagram, Twitter, music videos. And this society here in America is a copycat society. So whatever is popular or whatever is, in the forefront, then everybody want to do it. Whether it's sports and in real life. Like when we win the Super Bowl, that's the way they did it. Well, we're gonna run the same plays on our team next year. When we won the NBA championship, like when Golden State started winning in 2016, or whenever they first won, oh yeah, that's how they won, shooting all threes. And the entire league turned to shooting 3-pointers, which it turned to garbage. It's trash to watch. Now the NBA is straight garbage. I'd rather watch women play basketball. They play harder, they're more physical, and they play actual basketball to the fundamentals and the purity of the game. But what happened to faith? What happened to where people don't believe in God anymore? You see my shirt, what it says? It says Tawbah. And Tawbah is an Arabic word for repent. That's what it means. The world needs to repent. And starting with me first, because my ears are closer to me than they are to you. I'm not on here to talk down to nobody or none of that. I'm here to let you know what it is, man. From what I see and hear every day. And you got to protect your children's ears and eyes, man. Like I'm raising a little girl, she's 12 now. And I watch what she's, and I pay attention to what she's watching and what she's doing on her cell phone. Like just now, I walked out the studio and I kept hearing this gay ass voice on the TV, and I'm like, "What the hell are you watching?" And she's watching some dance show with the instructors. He's a man and he's gay as hell, teaching little kids. Like, when did that become okay? It doesn't have to do nothing about being homophobic and all that. It's about being conscious about the Most High. Do you not believe in God Himself? And well, in this country, they say that Jesus is God. So, do you not believe in Jesus? Jesus said that that's not okay. It's foul. It's in the Bible. Go read the Bible, bro. You so Jesus hungry here in America. Right? The hell is that? So I don't know what y'all got going on, but that most definitely ain't it, bro. I'm not okay with it, man. It's not okay. It is not okay. Straight up. I don't get down like that, man. And I don't want my kids to be fed that poison. Oh. But I want to know what happened. Why did they take faith out of the society? Like now, the kids today, if you ask them, because I asked a few of them, are you going to be home? I asked them, do you believe in God? They all say no. They say that's fake news. They don't believe in God. So I told them, so what I tell them is, you don't believe in God, this is what I want you to do. I want you to close your eyes and put your fingers in your ears. Stand up. Go outside. Close your eyes. Put your fingers in your ears. And take a deep breath and hold your breath and just start walking. Don't open your eyes. Don't take your fingers out your ears and do not let your breath go. Just keep walking like that. Now let's see that when you get to that point when you feel as though you're about to pass out, if there's a God or not. Because as soon as your soul starts to leave your body, you're going to scream out, "Oh God, help me. Don't let me die, God, please." True story. So you got to protect your household and teach your kids and teach your loved ones that behavior is not cool and that's not okay. My kids and my family, my grandkids, they know I don't get down like that. I don't want to ever accept it. I don't want it around me. If you want that, then you want that way over there. Don't come around me with that. Don't come to my house with that shit. I don't get down like that. You're not welcome. You're not welcome in my circumference at all. Period. I don't want you wearing my brand. I don't want you rocking my shit. I don't want you representing nothing I got going on. That's what you into. But you see what's going on in Ukraine. You see what's going on in Paris. You see what's going on in South America. In South America, the people are running literally on foot, all the way up into Mexico, and then trying to come over and cross the border. And masses of people, man. They're running from the devil. Because that stuff is spreading down their country now too. This all evilness. The same thing that's going on here. Shootings every day, drugs, and devil worshiping. Where men want to be women and women want to be men. And then, but the worst part is, like, if you're an adult, that's your business. But the worst part of the crime is pushing it on children. That's like the main issue. Like, why are you pushing adult decisions on little kids? That's evil. Kids are innocent, and and every day they're like sponges. They are soaking in everything they see and hear. So you have to be mindful, and I'm mindful of myself too. What I say every day, what I watch every day, everything that I do. Because my daughter, she's with me every day, and she's looking at me and watching me and learning everything from me. I'm not perfect, and I know that I will never be perfect, and I have a lot of work to do on myself too. I be checking myself and catching myself. Like, oh, you can't be acting like that in front of her. Or you can't be saying that in front of her, Like yesterday we were out in Walmart, and then I ordered some pretzels from Subway, and then the cashier, she was an Indian woman, but she was gorgeous. She was beautiful, and I said it to myself. I said, "My gosh, she is gorgeous." And then my daughter heard me. She said, "Dad, why you say that? Who are you talking to? Why you say that?" I said, "Oh, you heard me?" And she goes, "Yeah." I said, "Oh my God." I said to myself, but yeah, she's beautiful. My goodness, she is gorgeous. So I be mindful myself of what I be saying. Or if I see something on, like I'll be watching this thing on YouTube. It's a skit with Country Wayne in them, and then right now there's this dude on there. He's trying to set my man West Side D, or South Side D, or no, D from the West Side. He trying to set him up. So I was watching, and I was like, man, that sucker ass. And I said something like street in front of her, and I had to catch myself. I said, oh man, I changed it. Because she's sitting there, she's watching me. She's 12, so she's soaking in all that information. So we gotta be mindful of what's going on. But it saddens me what our country has become. But I've been saying for 3 years now, if you go listen to my podcast, Respect the Game, the podcast on Apple and Spotify, I have 216 episodes. So you start from episode 1 and just keep going, right? When you hear me talking about the American dollar collapsing and banks closing, digital currency, cryptocurrency, converting your money to digital currency, how to protect your money in digital currency, how to convert it to fiat, how to use and live off of it. If the American dollar was to collapse right now, you can't get no more cash. Because if you got money in the bank, when that happens, your money's gone. There's not going to be nothing you can do about it. They're going to say, we'll get back to you. Or you're going to try to log on to your online banking and you can't. Or you got all this cash stashed in your house and it's trash. You can't even use it. It already started around the world. The president of Kenya and a few presidents down in South America already told their citizens that the American dollar is not worth anything in their country, to throw it away. So the streets, it's like regular trash. You see all this money on the streets in those countries, on the streets, man, in the waterway, in the sewer, on the ground. Go look it up. It's all on TikTok, all the videos. The American dollar is no good over there. They converted to ruble and the yen. Well, all we had to do was be gentlemen in business and not be bullies. Those days of being a bully is over because why? Because other countries have built their military up and their technology. So we're not the only ones with the big dog artillery or the jets or the carriers or the submarines or the soldiers. Do you know that NATO, because we're with NATO, right? So NATO is us, the UK, and all the European countries, right? Well, combined all together, NATO only has 5 million soldiers worldwide. And then the other countries, BRIC, that's what they're called, right? Which is Russia, China, North Korea, Africa, and all these other countries that are together under that BRIC, whatever that is. They have 10.5 million soldiers. Dang. And then China has 1 million robots, soldier robots that can walk, talk, run, shoot, climb. 1 million. Can you imagine 1 million of them robots jumping out of planes and parachuting down, or drones, riding drones down and landing on our soil? They'll take over this whole country, man. And then we got all our shooters and all the kids are outside shooting guns and shooting at one another. They'll be scared. They'll run away and go run in their house and hide their guns and put their guns away. Because they ain't going to shoot at them. That's for damn sure. Don't shoot at each other. You've been brainwashed to shoot at your own reflection. Being fucking idiots. The worst is yet to come. It hasn't even started yet. Well, it has started, but we're distracted. Like, they won't feed us. If this is why they're trying to ban TikTok. Because TikTok provides a lot of information, a lot of news from around the world. You know, and around the country. Things that you see that's actually going on that you don't see on the news. I don't see none of the stuff that I see on TikTok on the news here where I live at. And I'm in the Philadelphia area. All you see is in the morning at 6 a.m. news is traffic in the first 15 minutes of the news in the morning. Traffic. Then the next 15 minutes is the weather. Because, you know, everybody's commuting to work. Then in the last 10 minutes is sports. And then that happens all morning long. And then at 12 o'clock, the sensational news starts. First 15 minutes is what? Black on black crime, gun violence. That's all this show. The first 15 minutes is shootings. The shootings over here, people shot over there, they killed over here, kids are shot here, it's just all teenagers shooting each other. There's one 15-year-old kid just got shot 56 times. Because they put the switches on those guns. And a child. My son is 15, and I couldn't even imagine my son getting shot like that 15 times. Not 15, 56 bullets in his body. And then they run that all afternoon. And then they put black on black crime, and then black people are the aggressors, and white people are the victims. And that's what they feed everybody in their heads. So then when you go out to society, that's the energy you get. I know, like yesterday, I went to Walmart with my daughter to get her medication. And we're walking through the parking lot, almost into the entrance, And then we're crossing, and this van was coming up, and he didn't yield, he didn't pump his brakes, he just kept going at the speed that he was going. And we just made it across, and he almost hit us. Like, and I cussed at him, and I wanted to do more than that, but I composed myself, and I just went into Walmart. I was looking, I had my hand on the swivel looking for his dumb ass, and when we're done doing what we're doing with the Subway to get the pretzels, I seen him walking out with the food in his hands, looking all fucking crazy. I said, "Look at that man. He's something wrong with him. Mentally disturbed. He got a lot going on in his brain. He was walking like a zombie. He was like in a trance. He was just looking straight. That's how he was driving too. He was like this. And I looked at him. I'm motherfucker. And he didn't even go like this or nothing. He was like zombied out. So this is what we got. This is what we're dealing with in our society. Everybody's walking and dancing with the devil. If you go to the CDC website, right, cdc.gov, you go to their website right now, and you look to your left, and there's little columns, and you look there, and there's a apocalypse warning there. Like, you think it's a game, or it's some type of joke, or you think it's a video game. But no, that shit is real, bro. I clicked on it and I started reading, and it said apocalypse warning, that this is going to happen. People are going to start having adverse reactions and demonic behavior. How to recognize that they're warning you. What to do if you see it. Now they got this new drug that they just put out in circulation up here. And it has people literally turn into zombies. They're walking around like, not like zombies like the fucking movie, but their bodies are moving like zombies, and their eyes are real bulging, and they're walking like this because that's the effect of that drug. It's like a horse tranquilizer or something it's a horse tranquilizer mixed with fentanyl. Because the heroin, there's no more heroin. The heroin's too expensive, so the cartels are just making fentanyl and sending it in drones and drones and drones and drones to America, poisoning the people of America. And China too. And the train derailments, it's been like 7 train derailments with all this poison and chemicals that has fallen into the waterway. It's falling into the water, and it already affected Pennsylvania. I knew that was going to happen because it happened right there in Ohio. One happened in Ohio, in the Minnesota, Minneapolis is what it's called. Some other states. The trains are just falling off the tracks for some reason and falling into the waterway. Food dispensaries are being burned